the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network. It's going to be huge! The Middle Tennessee District Fair is back for 10 action-packed days of family fun! Now through Saturday. Thursday the 18th is Parks Lumber Preview Day with free admission and parking. Feel the rush of the Big Air ATV Tour Friday the 19th. Truck and tractor pulls are Saturday the 20th. Sunday the 21st features the Junior Horse Show. Monday and Tuesday the 22nd and 23rd, it's the Junk Car Jump and Run. Wednesday the 24th, don't miss Donkey Basketball and the $15,000 prize giveaway. Thursday the 25th, it's the Demolition Derby. Friday the 26th, experience Colt Ford in concert. And Saturday the 27th, the Truck and Tractor Pull. Tickets for Colt Ford and fair admission tickets available at mtdfair.org or at the box office. And don't forget, you can enjoy all the thrilling rides you want for one low price. The state champion Middle Tennessee District Fair. 10 big days, now through Saturday at Rotary Park in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Brought to you by the Lawrenceburg Rotary Club. For tickets and more info, go to mtdfair.org.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down. Or their 24/7 availability, you can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements. Proven by time. Engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Some things just never go out of style, like craftsmanship you can trust. Since 1902, H.B. Brink & Company has been building more than homes, they've built trust. Locally owned and operated in Lawrence County, Tennessee for over a century, spanning 3 generations, extending their craft to surrounding counties, providing lumber, millwork, tools, and materials that stand the test of time. From custom homes to weekend DIY projects, if you need it, they've got it. Stop by 134 Depot Street in Lawrenceburg or give them a call today.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome into Summertown High School for the middle school area-wide tournament for middle school volleyball. We've got Leoma and Mount Pleasant scheduled to battle each other here in this first second game, with South Lawrence winning their game earlier today. Summertown won the first game by forfeit against Perry County, who was not able to be here. So they've moved on. This is a double elimination tournament. 16 total teams, I believe. 16 or 17, I think it's 16, with it being split in 2 locations. And Guthrie Mason and Kevin Wright here in Summertown for this one. We'll be here the remainder of the day as we're getting ready to take off here. I know a little bit about these teams, but you'll have to forgive me as one of them is not my home team, so names will take me a minute. But we have played, Summertown has played both teams, obviously, this year, and both teams do a good job and have improved a lot, and that's what you want to see in middle school. You don't want, it's not so much about wins and losses, it's about improving to build the program, in my opinion. So I think we're about ready to get started here. I don't know who the higher seed is here. Let me look here. I think it'd be Leoma, I assume. Yeah, I would say it would be Leoma. They're on the top of the bracket. Again, double elimination tournament, so loser will fall to a loser's bracket and play out with a chance to come back and get in the championship, but it's going to be a long road if you drop down. Again, South Lawrence won their game earlier today. Summertown won their game earlier today, so they'll move on. And we've got games going on at both places with 8 teams in both locations. There'll be plenty of volleyball today. So I think as the Mr. Referee gets this lineup sorted out, we'll get underway here in just a few minutes. The high school volleyball for Summertown is playing in Mount Pleasant as we speak, or about to get started down there, or they should be started. I'm not sure about Loretta, or if they're playing today. They're playing Collinwood today, Kevin said. So as we're getting underway here. Looks like number, I can't really see her number there, 82 or 32. 82. That's Law. This will be nice set, nice hit there from 7. That's Winters. And that'll be a carry on Mount Pleasant, point for Leoma. Winters got a good hit on that one. It's a good set, good hit. Mount Pleasant couldn't handle it. Winters back to serve now. Good serve, and that one's going to be mishandled there, and that'll be an ace for Winters, point for Leoma. Winters is a lefty, puts a nice little left-handed spin on it, on her serves, makes it a little bit harder to handle. She'll serve again. Another good serve. Law gets that one, now set up, pushed over by Klein. Winters passed up. Good hit there. Good dig out. Klein will have to push that one over, and she does. Winters passes. Another good hit from Matthews. I think I'll be saying her name a lot tonight. Matthews comes over. Now Winters will push it over. That one goes over. And number 6, Prentice can't handle it. And that'll be a point for Mount Pleasant. 2-1, Leoma leads. Back to serve, number 32 for Mount Pleasant. That's McKissick. And that's going to be into the net. Good hard serve, just a little bit low. Now back to serve for Leoma is Prentice. She'll put a swing on it, and it's a good one. Deep in the back row. Law there. Tough distance there. She made a great play on the ball, but just couldn't get it over. And that'll be a point for Leoma. Good effort there by Law. Prentice back to serve again. Ball's up, and that's going to be long, out of bounds, point, Mount Pleasant. Good hard serve, just a little bit deep. Back to serve for Mount Pleasant, number 11 is Bennett. Lost her handle, she'll reset. Now she'll put a swing on it. Good serve, and it can't be handled by Leoma. It'll be an ace for Mount Pleasant and Bennett. Bennett's got a tall young lady, got a good swing on it. Ball's up, and that one's going to be low. I must have jinxed her there. Tough luck there for Bennett. Point, Leoma. 5-3, Leoma leads. We'll get a sub for Leoma. And he waves them on in. As 43 goes out, that's flat. And once I get her number, serve is up. It's a good one. Floater to the back row, and Mount Pleasant had a little bit of miscommunication there, and the ball hits the ground. Point, Leoma ace for Leoma. And we will get a timeout by Mount Pleasant. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, we're back here in Summertown where Leoma leads Mount Pleasant 6-3. And I believe that's number 17 back serving. I could be wrong there. Kind of hard to see her number there. She puts over a nice short floater. It'll just be knocked over by Mount Pleasant. A little miscommunication by Leoma, and that one's going to go out of bounds. She went back to get ready to approach to hit, and the ball was hit short, so she had to turn around and try to come back and get it, and she just kind of mishandled it out of bounds. We'll get a sub for Leoma as well. Number 12, Wiggins, comes in. Back serving is Klein. That's hit back deep row, good serve. And that's just going to be knocked over. Now they'll push it back try to push it back over to Mount Pleasant, and that's going to go in the net. Point, Leoma. Good effort there, just couldn't get it over. That was a good serve there by Klein. Nice location. Back to serve is Matthews now. Puts a swing on it, and it's a good one. Passed up. Now we'll get a hit on it. Over, set up now. Now pushed over does Winters. Set up, Klein gets it, passes up, and knocked over by Mount Pleasant. Matthews digs that one out. Wow, good effort there by 18 Cunningham from Leoma. Mount Pleasant has some height and ball on the net. Like to see her try to block there. I think she was hoping or didn't think it was going to go over, and it rolled over along the net. Matthews serves again. Another good one. Klein there passes up to the setter. Now we'll get a hit on the outside from ball. It's a good hit. Matthews digs out, passes up. Set up for Winters, and it's hit, and that should be in. Wow. She kind of called that one before it hit, I feel like. I believe that was on the line, or it looked to be that way from up here. And I got a pretty good angle of it. So that one goes a little long, be a point Mount Pleasant. 8-5, Leoma leads. This is number 6, going to hit that one deep for Mount Pleasant. That's Howell. I believe that's some of the Howell family from Mount Pleasant. There are several. Good family. See a few of them here, over there. Known them for a long, long time. Back to serve for Leoma now. Number 2 is Price. 9-5, Leoma leads. Hit is going to be just short. Point for Mount Pleasant. Just barely didn't make it. Tried the little floater serve and didn't get over it. Back to serve for Mount Pleasant now is number 20. That's Tucker. Tucker sets a serve. Good serve. Good hit. Oh, good job there at the net to get it over. Now they'll set it up, pushed over. Winters is there. A little shy, and she couldn't get to it. That was a good effort there on both sides to get the ball over. Back to serve is Tucker again. (9-7) your score. Tucker's serve is wide right and out of bounds. Point for Leoma. 10-7. They lead now over Mount Pleasant. Only one team out of all the teams gets to advance to the next level, which is kind of a rare situation where you've got 16 teams and only one advances to the next round. So a lot at stake here for middle school. Serve is going to be wide right, out of bounds. Point for Mount Pleasant. And that was 43 for Leoma, I believe, flat. Back to serve now for Mount Pleasant is Ball. Serve, nice floater. Matthews gets it. Now Winters. Got to get this one over, and they do. Pushed over, Ball's there. Set up. Klein's going to bump this one over, and she does. Nice job there by Klein to get it to the back row. Good hit. Ball's there again. Passed up to the setter, and they'll set it up for the hit. She'll just push that one over. Matthews is there. Set up now for Winters. She'll put a swing on it. Good job there by 11. Bennett now dug out, back over again. Now Klein's going to put a swing on it. And she does. Kill for Klein. Point Mount Pleasant. Good effort there and good awareness to know that you just need to hit that one back over instead of trying to set it back up. Ball's back to serve again for Mount Pleasant as they're within one. Nice floater serve, Winters. Now she'll be set back to her. Winters' hit is a good one, and that's a kill for Winters. Nice hit right there by Winters. She's got a good swing on the thing. Now she's back to serve as we've made the full rotation now. The lefty. Good serve. That's just going to be sent back over. Winters will pass that one up. Tipped over. Good job there. Now we'll get a set up. Hit. Matthews there. Now set back to Matthews. She'll get a swing on it. That would have been in. Good job there. Now Law. Now Klein. Get another set for Matthews. She'll put a swing on it. Finds a hole. Good effort by Law. Just couldn't get to it. That'll be a kill for Matthews. Point Leoma. As they're now back up by 3. I always wondered if this referee was in the military. He seems like he has some military traits. Winters back to serve again, up 12-9. Serve is good. Law's there. She'll hit it back over. Matthews passes up. Now she'll get it back. Matthews puts a swing on it. Nice hit by Matthews. Now we're set up. Klein will bump that one over short. Set up for Matthews again. She'll hit it again. Matthews doing a good job getting the ball over. Now Klein, she'll take her turn. Caught it a little bit lower than she wanted, and that'll go in the net. Point for Leoma. Timing was just a little off there. She caught it just a little low. Winters serves again. Passed up now. They'll set that one up. Hit over. Nice save there. He's going to say that hit the pole. Called that out of bounds. So Winters back to serve again. Big shout out to Sean Kelly over there running the scoreboard. Doing a good job. Law can't handle that one. It's going to go into Mount Pleasant's bench. That'll be an ace for Winters. Point for Leoma. 15 now as Leoma started to extend their lead. Takes a lot of people to run a tournament this size, especially at 2 locations. Winters. Law's going to chase that one down. They'll get it over. Good job there by Law and Bennett. Matthews just going to push that one over. Nice thought there. Tried to hit the front hole there. Now they'll get another hit on it. Another short one. Ball will set that up for Klein. She'll get a good hit on it. Matthews to hit again. Now they'll get a hit. Is Ball. No, that's Ball. That's Bennett. Sorry. Matthews again. They're wearing her out. And that one's going to hit. Be a kill for Matthews on the back row. Surprised the referee hasn't said, girls, go get the ball. The line judge don't need to be running after it. That's typically the case. Referees don't like line judges to be moving a lot. Serve by Winters is a good one. Law there. She'll pass it back over to Winters. Winters now. Now they'll set up Matthews again. She'll give the tip on it. Klein with a block. They'll set her up again. Matthews chases that one down, gets a good hit on it. Klein. Now they'll have to get this one over, and they hit it low into the top of the net is Bennett. Point Leoma. Looks like we're going to get a timeout with Leoma leading 17-9 over Mount Pleasant. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the AX Sports Network.
When it's time to build a home, remodel, or add on, Hamby Builders is this area's experienced construction company. From site selections to floors, doors, windows, trim, tile, bathrooms, and kitchen, the Hamby Builders team can make your home the home of your dreams. Hamby Builders is licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience in homes in Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murray counties. Trust your home construction or light commercial project to the team with experience and integrity. Hamby Builders. Call 931-629-5264 or 931-629-9472 today.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back here in Summertown for the middle school tournament where Leoma is leading Mount Pleasant 17-9. It was back and forth early on, but Winters has served about 7 in a row now, I believe. Klein manages to get that one over. Good effort there. Now set up. Matthews going to try to swing that one over. She does. Matthews having one heck of a game here. Klein, good hit. Blocked at the net. They'll get it back over. Now Klein will take a hit on it. Good job. Gets it over. Klein again. She'll get it this time for the kill, and that'll end Winters' streak. Klein dominating the net at that point. Good effort by both sides there to keep the volley going. Back to serve for Mount Pleasant is 32, McKissick. She puts a swing on it, and that's going to be low and into the net. Point Leoma, 18-10 now. As back to serve for Leoma is number 6, Prentice. Swing, it's a good one to the back row. Law digs it out. Now Bennett, now Howell. Now this is going to be hit over. Law's there. Get a bump set to Klein. She puts a swing on it. Dug out of the back row. Nice job there by Klein. Good dig out. Matthews, she'll put her swing on it. Law digs it out. Now just hit over there by number 6, Howell, for the point for Mount Pleasant. Good job there. She put the knuckleball on it. She just fisted that over as she couldn't really get 2 hands on it to set it, so she just knocked it over. Good job there by Howell. Back to serve now is Bennett, who's been big on the right side for Mount Pleasant. Winters digs that one out. Now they'll set it up. And this is missed hit it there a little bit short. I believe that was I can't see if it's a 12 or a 13. Back to serve is Bennett again. I think that was Wiggins for Leoma who missed hit that one. And Bennett's going to hit that one low and into the net. So if Mount Pleasant could get on a roll with a serve, they could fight their way back into this one as 43 goes out for Leoma. Flat. She made an excellent play on the ball hit by Klein earlier. Soft to the back. Bennett there. Now they'll set it over, I believe, and that's going to be in the pole. No chance for Klein to make a play on that one, so that'll be a point for Leoma. Back to serve now is 27 Campbell. Passed up now, set. Is over and in for Mount Pleasant. Good job there by Howell again at the net to get a point. Coming for Leoma is Wiggins. Back to serve now is Klein. Klein going to put a swing on it. And it's a good one. Deep in the back row, but a little hard and a little bit long. Take a little bit off, sister. Good serve, but deep in the back as Matthews now will go back to serve. For Leoma, who's winning 21-13 in the best of 3 set here. Matthews serves good. Klein passed up. Now to the outside. Good hit by Baugh. Set up now. Chases it down and hits it over. Good job there. Law digs that one out. Now Howell hit it over. Blocked at the net by 13 for Leoma, but it's going to go out of bounds. That's Pig at the net. She was there. She just went off of her out of bounds when she tried to block it. Back to serve from Mount Pleasant is Howell now, who's having a great game at the net, but the last couple points have been off of her. Good swing, good serve. Wiggins digs it out. Set up now for Winters, who hits it over, and Howell can't get to it, and that'll be another kill for Winters. If you're Mount Pleasant, you want to keep it out of her hands. We'll get a sub. Back to serve is number 2 for Leoma. That's Price. She come in earlier to serve. Maybe she'll get a little bit better swing on this one. She does. Back row, Klein. Wow. Excellent, excellent play from Mount Pleasant's number 32, McKissick, who dug that one out off the pass, and it rode the net all the way across and fell just inside the line there for the point for Mount Pleasant. Good effort, good hit. Back to serve for Mount Pleasant is 20. This is Tucker. She'll put a swing on it. It's a good one. Low to the net. Wiggins there. Passed up now. Slapped over. Law's there. McKissick tried to hit that one over, but couldn't get enough on it, and that'll go in the net. That'll be a point for Leoma as they're 2 points away from taking the first set. Back to serve for Leoma. Might be the hardest jersey 3. I think that's Wiggins. Klein going to knock that one back over. Winters. Now they'll set her back up. Winters going to put a swing on it. It's hit. McKissick hits it. Klein tries to save it and can't. And that'll go out of bounds. And now Leoma is 1 point away here from taking the first set. Wiggins to serve again. Hit is good. Klein passes up. Now Baugh gets a good hit on it. Winters. Now they'll set her back up. She'll put a swing on it. And we can't save that one as Wiggins will end the first match with a kill. 25-15 is the score of the first match. Leoma takes number one, so we'll be back for the second set right after this. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours. Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes, with coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision. Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Nobody makes hauling more affordable than C&D Hauling. Serving southern Middle Tennessee and northern Alabama, they supply premium materials like asphalt, sand, gravel, and much more for whoever needs it, like contractors, builders, or homeowners. Call today for a free quote.
This is the X Sports Network.
Nobody makes hauling more affordable than C&D Hauling. Serving
Here, Mount Pleasant versus Leoma. Leoma took the first set, 25-15, I believe. I do see a couple more teams here that have trickled in. Looks like Culleoka and Etheridge are here. So I'm assuming that'd be our next game. Yep. And then I believe Summertown has a 7 o'clock game. Yep. So plenty more volleyball here. And like Kevin and I were saying, there's a lot of sports going on. We're extremely excited that they were able to cover middle school with so many sports going on. I know he mentioned Lawrenceburg's got a senior night tonight, so just can't cover everything, but we're glad to have them here as Winter's going to get us started. Klein passed up now. And Klein put a good pass on it, but Bennett, I believe, she kind of misjudged that one. It hit the floor. That'll be an ace for Winters. Winters puts a dart on that one. Klein just hits it back over. And that'll be a point for Mount Pleasant as it barely made it over, but it went in between the blocker and the net. Kind of hard to tell which side that was going to go over. Klein made a good play there on that dart of a serve by Winters. Back to serve from Mount Pleasant is Tucker. Matthews there. Now set up. Matthews will put another swing on it. She had several in the first. Little miscommunication. Klein digs that one out right-handed and gets it over. Somehow still going. Matthews gets that one. Now she'll try to hit it over and hits it into the net. Good effort there by Mount Pleasant to stay with it as that ball went everywhere. I'm not sure how we didn't have 4 hits, but somehow they managed to get it over. Klein saved it twice there, I believe. Now to serve is Tucker. Tucker puts a swing on it. It's a good one. Matthews, they'll set her back up now. She'll put a hit on it, and it's going to go wide right, out of bounds, point Mount Pleasant. So Mount Pleasant taking an early lead here, 3-1 over Leoma. Serve again by Tucker. Back row, little miscommunication, but they get it to the setter. Now a good hit there with a dart. Number 6 for Leoma, that is Prentice. Put a good hit on that one off the pass from Winters, and I'm not sure who else was back there. Flat, maybe, I believe. Flat's done a good job playing the back row. She's dug out a couple really good hits. Now to serve is Prentice. She puts a good serve on it, but it's going to be long and out of bounds. Point for Mount Pleasant. Now to serve for Mount Pleasant is 32, McKissick. Good serve. Winters is there. Passed up. Now they'll set up Matthew. Oh, nope, not Matthew. Sorry, that's 13, Pig, who mishit that one. It was a good pass, a good set. The Leoma setter is 27. I haven't called her name out much, but she's in every play. She's done a very good job setting the ball for sure. Now Winters up to Campbell. Set up for Matthews. Hit back row. Now set. Pushed over now by Bennett. They'll set up Matthews again. She'll put a swing on it. Little short one. Now Bennett will save that one. Now hit over Matthews. Campbell now to hit. Good hit there. Wow. Save there by McKissick. And Klein missed time that one just a little bit and didn't make it over, but that was an excellent play by McKissick. She one-handed that and somehow kept the ball in play. That's a heck of a play there. Now back to serve for Leoma is Campbell, and that's going to be sent over by Law. They couldn't get to the pass there from Leoma, so that'll be a point for Mount Pleasant, who leads 6-3. Campbell will go out now, and I believe that is, she comes in every time, Wiggins. Yep, now back to serve is Bennett. Hit over, chase down. Winter sends that one over. Klein is going to push it back. They send it over again, and Klein hit that one down. Now Law set up now to Klein. Klein will put a hit on it. Matthews keeps it in play. Tried to set it, pushed over by Matthews. Good effort there. And that pass is going to be a little bit high, and she wasn't able to put a hit on it, and that's going to be a point for Leoma. Klein wearing it out at the net, but Leoma's giving her everything she wants with bringing it back. Matthews. McKissick set up for Klein. She'll push that one over. Winters. Now those setback Winters up. Left-handed. And that'll be a kill for Winters. She finds a hole. Nobody there cupping from Mount Pleasant, so it'll be a point for Leoma, a kill for Winters. Back to serve now is Matthews, who's having an excellent game today. She's had more hits than most girls do in high school games. Matthews, Law, McKissick. Now they'll try to knock it over, does Mount Pleasant. That's going to go out of bounds. Point for Leoma, who has tied it up now, 6-6. Matthews will go back to serve again. It's a good serve. Law's there, but she's going to pass that one out of bounds to the left. Point ace Leoma. And we'll get a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home. For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back in Summertown after the timeout by Mount Pleasant, who is trailing 7-6. Leoma won the first set. It's a best of 3. Again, we've got volleyball all evening long here in Summertown. Matthews back to serve. It's a good serve, back row McKissick. Now they'll set it up, hit over. Winters digs that one out. They'll set it back up for Winters. He'll push that one over. And Klein's going to try to hit that one over, but it's going to hit the top of the net and fall back. Matthews serve again, leading 8-6. Leoma did trail early on in this one, 3 or 4-1, I believe. Law, good pass, good set for Klein. Now she'll put a hit on it. Back row, mishandled, kill for Klein, point for Mount Pleasant. Now Klein will go back to serve. Checking in for Mount Pleasant is Baugh. Gives them a lot of height on the front row with Klein set to serve here, trailing 8-7. Good hit there. Wiggins set up for Winters. She'll push that one over. Law's there. Now set up for Baugh. She'll just bump this one over, and she does. Winters set up for Winters. She'll push it over. Baugh tries to dig that one out off the miss hit, but it goes out of bounds. Point for Leoma. We got balls flying everywhere here. Back to serve now is 34 for Leoma. Pretty sure that's 34, and I don't have a 34. Maybe it's 43. Serve. Law's there. Set up now for Ball. She'll get this one over without going in the net. Good job there. Now set up for Winters. She'll hit it. Law can't handle it. Point. Kill. Leoma. Winters having her way at the net here. Leoma up 10-7. Serve. Baugh puts a hit on it. Law chases it down. Now hit over. Good job there by Law to keep it in play. Now they'll set up Winters again. She'll put a hit on it. Klein digs that one out and over. And that's going to be a point for Mount Pleasant off the dig out by Klein. Winters hit a good spot there, and Klein just barely got to it. And she was able to get it back over and score the point. That was 64 serving. My apologies. That's Layton for Leoma. Now back to serve is 6 for Mount Pleasant. Howe. Wiggins passed up. Now Winters will just hit it over. Klein gives it right back to her. Now push. Now Winters going to get a hit on it. She does. Klein digs that one out. Out of the net. Good dig out there by the girls on the front. That's McKissick and Baugh. Hit over there by McKissick. And that's not going to be handled there, and it'll go off of Klein's arm out of bounds. Point for Leoma. Got some subs here for Leoma. (11-8), they lead Mount Pleasant here in the second set. Back to serve for Leoma's 43 flat. Back row players had a couple good plays early on. That's going to be hit over, pushed back. Klein now will pass it up. They'll get it to Klein again. Bumped over to Winters. Winters going to get a swing on this one, and that's going to go low and in the net. That's one of her few miss hits from Winters. Law will come back in. Now back to serve is something 3. I got to get her half of her number here. 13. That was McCool. Hit over and deep. Passed up. Girls can't handle it. A little bit of a hard of a pass there. Couldn't get a hand on it. Was Mount Pleasant. That'll be a point for Leoma. And now what you don't want to see if you're Mount Pleasant is Winters back to serve. She puts a good short one. Can't handle it is McCool. That'll be an ace for Winters. Winters reeled off several in the first set. Got a little bit of a miscommunication here from Mount Pleasant on who's supposed to be in. Law comes back out. Surprised he hasn't. He might have already checked the rotation, but that's the Klein passes that over the ball. Somebody's got to hit that over, and they do. Winters, back row, gets it. Good pass. Now Matthews puts a swing on it, and that's going to be hit by McCool out of bounds. Her and Klein almost collided there, chasing that one down. Somebody had to wake up Sean Kelly to get a ball passed over. So back to serve is Winters again. I think she had, don't give me a line, but 7 or 8 in the first set where they really took off, and I've jinxed her. She's hit that one low went off the side of her hand there. She's done her job tonight for sure. Now we'll get a sub as ball will go out. And 20 Tucker comes in to serve for Mount Pleasant, who's trailing only by 4 here. Got to keep their heads up, as volleyball is a game of momentum. It can quickly change. Good serve from Tucker there. Barely made it over, and it was a dart. Couldn't handle it on Leoma's side, and that'll be an ace for Tucker. Point for Mount Pleasant, now 14-11. And that one's going to be another good hit, but a little bit low, and that'll go into the net. Point for Leoma. Now back to serve is number 6 for Leoma, Prentice. Prentice serves a good one. Law's there, good pass up. They try to set Klein up. He's a little bit behind her, so she had to step back, makes a good effort to hit it over there. Now Matthews will put a swing on it, deep to the back row. And that's going to be chased down by Klein and McKissick, and they can't get it back in. I haven't seen that way of hitting very much with the 2 fists like that. That's new to me. Seemed like it'd be really hard to control. Serve. Law's there. She'll hit that one back over. Winters is there. Now they'll set up in the middle. Just bumped over. Good pass there. Set for Klein. Oh, hammer it down, sister. Klein put the tip on it. She'll score the point. I wanted her to kill it down right there. I'm sure her daddy was saying the same thing, but either way, she gets the point. 16-12. Leoma leads Mount Pleasant. Back to serve now is McKissick. She's had a good night as well. Good serve, back row. Good pass up there. Set by Campbell. Hit over by Matthews, back row. Now pass, now set up for Klein. She'll put a good swing on that one. But Winters is there and can't. Winters passes a little bit long for Campbell. She can't get to it. And that'll be another point for Klein and Mount Pleasant. Serve now, McKissick. Another good serve. Winters can't handle that one. Oh, good save there. Can they get it over? Good effort on the back by Winters and number 6, Prentice, but they just couldn't get that one over. And now Leoma will take a timeout, leading 16-14. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back in Summertown, if you're just joining us, South Lawrence won their first match today. Summertown won theirs by forfeit. Leoma won the first set here and is leading the second set in a best of 3 and attempts to end this one in 2, and Mount Pleasant's doing everything they can to stop them as McKissick gets a good serve on that one. Winters mispassed up. They'll keep it alive now. Winters is going to bump that one over. Passed up now, set for Klein. Gets a tip, back row. Now they'll do it again, and Klein will bump it back over. Matthews sends that one over. Klein hits that one back over. Matthews digs it out. Set up by Campbell. Now hit by Matthews, back row. And what a shot by Matthews. The setters are the unsung heroes a lot of times, and back to serve now is the setter for Leoma. And she has had a very good night. She's set a lot of good balls, and that's very difficult in middle school a lot of times. Matthews digs that out. Now sent over and in right inside the line, and that'll be a point for Leoma. Campbell back to serve again. Again, having an excellent night as setter, and that's something you have to have in this sport. If you don't have a setter, it's very difficult to win in volleyball. Good pass by McKissick. Now hit over. Good hit there, and that's going to fall. That'll be a kill for Bennett for Mount Pleasant. And now she'll go back to serve, trailing 18-15. Ball's up, and it's a dart sent back over. Get a good hit on it there. Now set up for Matthews. She'll push it over. Hit. Now Klein will send that over. Trying to get to it is the setter, and then just knock that one over. Good effort there. Just stay with it. Klein's going to put another hit on it. Wiggins, Law. Now bumped over. And that'll be a kill for Mount Pleasant's number 6, Prentice. Her and Klein doing a good job at the net in this one. Keeping them in the game here as they trail by 2, 18-16. Bennett back to serve again. Puts another good serve on it, and that's mishandled in the back row. Be an ace for Bennett, point for Mount Pleasant, who trails by 1, 18-17. So Bennett to serve again. She's on a streak here. She's got 2 in a row. One more, and they'll be tied up here. Good serve. Passed up and not over, so we're having a little bit of a struggle on the back row, and Leoma's going to take another timeout as Mount Pleasant's tied this one up. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, we're back here in Summertown. Bennett back to serve again. She's brought this thing to 18-18 here in the second set, tied up off of her last 3 serves. See if she keeps it going. She'll put a swing on it. It's a good one. She goes right back to the same spot. McKissick's there. Hit over now. Matthews will push that one back over. Bennett's there. She sends it to the back row. Now, Winters Wiggins. Now Matthews sends it over. They'll set that up. Now they'll just bump it over. Good job to keep it over there. Matthews going to hit that one over. Tries to find a hole, but McKissick's there. Now Winters. Tipped over. Oh, good effort there by Leoma. It fell in the one spot it could hit. And that was 18, I believe, for Leoma. Cunningham. Nice play there by Cunningham to get the ball over and find that hole. to take the lead. Now 19-18 with Matthews serving. That means Winters back on the front row for Leoma. Hit over now by Law. I don't know how she hits it like that. It's incredible. Winters hits it over, pushed it over. Now they'll set up Klein on the outside. She'll put a swing on it. Little mistimed, hit it on the way down. Nonetheless, made it over. Winters now hit over by Cunningham. Now they'll set up Klein again on the outside. She gets a left-handed tip on it. Now Matthews there. Hit over by Winters. Back row. Now they'll set up Klein one more time. She'll put a tip on that one. Winters is there. They'll set up Winters again. She'll push it over. Klein sends it right back at her. Point, Mount Pleasant. Kill for Klein as she'll go back to serve. We'll get a sub as Bob will come in on the front row for Mount Pleasant, and Tucker will take a seat. 19-19, all tied up here with Klein going back to serve. She puts a really good swing on it. Top spin, heavy. Now Ball will set that up for Klein, who can't jump from there. She's just got to stay flat-footed and hit it over. Winters hits it. Back row, Klein's there. Now they'll bump that up. Sent over by Howell. Howell quietly having a good game on the front row there. Klein passes it up to Howell. Howell hits that one over. Hit there by Wiggins. Winters sends it back over. Good volley here from both teams. Sent over was Howell. Ball's there to try to block. Klein sends it to Howell again. Howell will just set up. Good hit over there. Good volley. Winters puts a hit on it. Klein's there. Now Howell will set up ball. And it's a little bit short. Went off the side of her hand into the net. But that was an excellent volley for both sides. As now Leoma's taking a 1-point lead, 20-19. We'll get a sub. Coming in to serve here is 64 for Leoma. That's Layton. She came in earlier for the serve. I think she got a couple points earlier. She'll hit that one. I'm talking inches over the net and in. Nobody can handle that. That'll be an ace for Layton. What a serve. Good decision by the coach to bring her in here as the ace pays off. 21-19. Puts a swing on that one. McCormick's there. Now Klein. She'll just bump that one over. Winters is there. They're going to try to set her back up. And they do. And Winters is going to find a hole in front of Klein for the kill from Winters. Point for Leoma as they lead 22-19. And Mount Pleasant's going to talk about it. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the AX Sports Network.
Bring your outdoor dreams to life at Loretto Nursery and Landscaping. This one-stop shop can help you get your project done from start to finish. Go see for yourself. They have a wide variety of plants, from tropicals to ferns and trees, plus hanging baskets. What they have to offer goes beyond what looks good. They also supply concrete, mulch, compost, and drainage culverts. Don't forget about their on-lot buildings and chicken coops. You think that's all? You can also stop by to fill up your propane tank. Loretto Nursery and Landscaping has you covered. Stop by 409 South Military Street.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back in Summertown here, Mount Pleasant and Leoma battling out the second set here as Leoma has managed to take a 3-point lead. Now 3 points away. Served over by Layton. Now knocked over. Winters can't handle it, and that's going to hit the floor. Point for Mount Pleasant. That'll be a kill for Howell, I believe, as she'll go back to serve. Layton will go out. Coming back in is 13 Pig for Leoma. Back to serve is Howell from Mount Pleasant, trailing by 2. Hit, and it's a great serve, short. Winters digs it out. They set it up deep in the back row. Law. Now Klein will send that one over. Matthews tries to pass it, and that's going to be low and into the net, and they can't dig it out, so that'll be a point for Mount Pleasant as they trail by 1 now. Howell back to serve again, 22-21, looking to tie it up here. Ball is up, and that's going to go wide right. Point for Leoma. You hate to see that for Howell, who's had an excellent night here. 23-21 now. Leoma leads Mount Pleasant. Back to serve for Leoma and it's a good one. Law's there. Good pass by Law. Mount Pleasant's got to send it over, and they do. And that's going to go off the hands and heads of Leoma and out of bounds. Number 6 for Leoma, Prentice, tried to knock that one back over and couldn't, so it's going to go flying back against the wall. And now Mount Pleasant will serve again, trailing by 1. Pig is back to serve now. Jump serve is a great serve. Excellent job. Campbell sets it up now, pushed over. If you're Leoma, you want to get the ball set to Winters here. That's going to be hit over. Now Winters will get the hand on it. Baugh saves that one. Pushed over. Winters digs it out, and they're going to get a double. Yep, she did. You hate that for her. Maybe somebody explained to her what she did. That was the right call, though. Back to serve as Winters. It was pretty bad, obvious. He hasn't called it all night, but he couldn't not call that one, as Winters is going to finish this one on an ace. 25-22, Leoma takes this one. Now Mount Pleasant will fall to the loser's bracket and have to fight their way out of it. Leoma will advance on into the winner's bracket. I'm going to say probably the players of the game would be on Leoma's side would be Winters and Matthews. And, of course, their setter, Campbell, had an excellent night, too. Good team effort. Mount Pleasant, Klein had a really good game. Howell, McKissick, they all had good games. Tough loss there as they tried to fight back. So, again, we'll be here pretty much all evening with volleyball. So if you like middle school volleyball, stick around. There'll be a new broadcast with Etheridge and Culleoka coming up after this. You've been listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.